Now, these guys are important, but you want an interview? I'm not giving them any interviews, but do you want an interview?
Yes.
Well, I tell you what, if you guys hang around right after this, I promise I'll do an interview with you. Okay?
Thank you.
What's your name?
Lena.
How old are you, Lena?
10.
And how old are you?
13.
13. My Lord. Well, it's a pleasure to see you guys. Okay?
You do.
All right? Great. Just remember, you got to stay in school, go to college, right? You're going to do that, right? All right. Hey guys, how are you?
There you go, guys.
All right, come on.
Hi, I'm Lena Klein.
Hi, Lena Klein.
Sam Correct.
Hey, Sam.
Everyone says we don't have enough money to offer better education infrastructure. We spend hundreds of billions of dollars on the military. At least some percentage of it on unneeded bases from the Cold War. Is this going to change, and if so, when?
Well, first of all, that we don't have the money, but it's not just the military. It is tax breaks. For example, we give millionaires and multimillionaires tax breaks that don't make any sense, that cost billions and billions of dollars. For example, we give oil companies almost a $4.5 billion a year tax break to go out and look for oil. They're already looking for the oil. They don't need a tax break to look for the oil. We give people who have super rich, we don't make them pay taxes like everybody else does when they buy something and sell it worth a lot more money. Everybody else pays the tax on the difference. We don't do that. So what we're doing here is we are saying there's plenty of money if we spend it the right way. For example, we've taken what they call the deficit, you know, how much money we're short. We've cut that in half. And yet we've expanded education by making people pay their fair share. And the very wealthy, they're good people, they're not paying their fair share. And even Mr. Romney, a Republican candidate for president, he acknowledged we spend $600 billion a year on things that are of no value on the tax side of the issue. The military has been cut. The military budget has been cut. And what the president and I are doing is making sure that that's why we got out of the war in Iraq. He put me in charge of ending that war. We ended it. We are not having 100,000 troops in Iraq anymore. They're not doing that. We just ended the war in Afghanistan in terms of American troops, saving hundreds of billions of dollars. And we don't think, you're right, we don't think like the Cold War anymore. We're not going to send massive troops into the Middle East and then to try to deal with Muslim countries. We're trying to change their attitude. So it's a really good question, but we have plenty of money to spend on the right things if we stop spending on the wrong things.
Okay. Does your background in childhood have anything to do with your efforts to encourage more Americans to go to college?
It sure does. My daddy was a really great guy, but my dad's greatest regret was he never went to college. And from the time I was a little boy, he'd always say, "Joey, you're going to be a college man. You're going to go to college." And I never understood why it was so important to him. And one day I said, "Dad, why being a college man is so important?" He said, "Well, honey, they can never take away your education." Meaning that once you get an education, the sky's the limit. You have opportunities to do things you never thought you had to do. And so I was able to borrow money and get some help, and my dad, and I was able to go to college, go to undergraduate school, 4 years at the University of Delaware. And then I got a scholarship to go to law school. And that's the only way I could get to law school. And so I know what it's done for me. And I was saying to the people here at the college, President Obama and Mrs. Obama, an incredible woman, and my wife, who is an incredible woman, has 3 to 4 degrees, 2 master's degrees, a doctorate degree, and a college degree. We were going out on stage at the convention to talk to 80,000 people, and we're all standing together. And I forget which one of us said it first, but somebody said, "You know, none of us would be standing here had somebody not helped us get our education. I'd never be vice president. Barack would never have been president. Michelle would never have gone to Princeton and then to law school to be the great lawyer she is. My wife would not be a professor. We all come from middle-class families and needed help. And education is the single best thing we can equip you with to realize whatever your dreams are.
This
Okay?
way, sir. I headed this way.
You guys are impressive. No, you really are. You're impressive.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Do you have any brothers or sisters?
No.
No? How about you? Do you have any brothers or sisters?
I have a brother and a sister.
How old are they? Younger, older?
Younger.
Younger. Oh, great. And just remember, take care of them, okay? See you guys.
Thank you.
Today we interview Vice President Joe Biden at West LA College about his program for making community colleges free and community colleges offering 4-year degrees.
Yeah, we also got a personal interview with him, which was really exciting, and got to ask him some questions about this program. So it was a very awesome opportunity.
This was Sam Parek.
And this was Lena Klein,
And we're reporting for KidScoop Media.